Jeff Grubb.
Janichoa.
I have a confession to make about anime.
Okay.
I don't feel comfortable ever getting into One Piece because of this man's eyes.
Yeah, he's looking at me like an old gym teacher used to look at me, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's like, it's the problem if there were whites to the eyes of Funko Pops.
Yeah,
You
it's like if eyes were like way too white and they couldn't dance and they couldn't jump. I don't know. I wanted to go the white direction, but they're just upsetting to look at. They're very round.
Yes, but I understand that One Piece is a popular, very, very popular anime.
Never heard of it.
Popular enough to get 1,000+ episodes. But this is One Piece Odyssey, the new One Piece game. Let's hit this bet. Let's hit. Jeff,
Sure.
Have you seen anything about this game?
Not really. I mean, I was aware it was coming out. We talked about it for a second on the Bombcast. I didn't really know what kind of game it was. I can tell you it looks like an anime game made in the Unreal Engine is what it looks like. I don't know if that's right, but it definitely what it looks like.
What type of game do you think this is before we approach this bet?
I'm going to say an action adventure. I mean, is it like just like a Zelda? Like what is it?
Wrong.
Oh.
It's a role-playing game.
Oh, of course. There we go.
Okay, I need to turn off the AI. I know that AI is taking over, but I can't let it take over my JRPGs here.
Man, once it takes over, that's it. You're never wresting control back.
So this is a turn-based RPG in the world of One Piece, and this does some interesting things with the combat system, where we can switch between any of our characters. You can see they're over there on the left side there. As long as they're not blacked out, then they can still take over and move in that turn. And you can see that one of those bats' portraits next to Luffy there. Luffy's our main rubber stretchy boy.
Sure.
Theirs is pulsing and fully lit up. That means they are going to go next after we make our move. Now, another interesting thing about this combat system is positionality, because everyone is physically in a different place on this map. So Luffy is the only one that can is directly going to be affected by the attacks of these two bats. So homeboy's over here, completely fine. Unless, well, he's a bad example. She's also a bad example. Unless they were to physically attack, they'd move over to the zone that these bats are in, and we'd attack them that way.
Okay.
You can switch party members at any time. If we want to swap out Luffy with any of our characters in reserve here, and each character, similar to a Fire Emblem, kind of has like an attack style. So there's power, I think it's range, and then there's technique, and that's denoted with the little icon next to their level and name under their character portraits. And you can kind of see the hierarchy of what is more effective against what in that bottom left corner. Occasionally pops up. Let's just, oh, okay, they're weak against speed. Speed is the gun. As
You have 54 rolls of toilet paper. You could just throw that at them.
Yeah, that'll confuse a bat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I attacked the wrong one. Let's see. You know what? Usopp, go do your thing. And there's items, a normal attack, and we can use skills. Skills use our toilet paper.
Sure.
And on top of doing damage, some of these skills have different attack, not just attack types, but sometimes they have an element. There's elemental damage, similar to a Pokemon game. And in addition to that, some of these different skills also have like knockback, or they have different effects that wind up happening to your enemies, like paralysis, etc., etc. If you've played an RPG, you probably know what a status ailment is.
Yeah. This sounds okay. This sounds pretty good. Is it?
It's completely fine. Is what
right,
it is.
Okay.
It's interesting enough. I personally haven't come across an instance where I find it to be super difficult, even the boss battles. This is an older save. This is about like 2 or so hours in. In my actual save, I'm about like 6 in, and the combat hasn't gotten super complicated where even with the zone stuff, and to be honest with you, Jeff Grubb, I'm going to show you what I've been doing in these battles as soon as we find another enemy.
All right.
This is straightforward. It's a very straightforward RPG. There's not a lot of different paths to go through. It's kind of leading you by the hand, and a lot of it has been a lot of fetch quests, unfortunately.
Sure.
Maybe if I was a bigger fan of the One Piece IP, then I might be digging it more. It's completely fine. It is a completely okay RPG.
It definitely seems like so a lot of the reviews were coming out, and the ones I was reading, the most positive reviews were the ones like, this is a good stroll down memory lane, and this is a very good way to spend time in this universe with characters that you are already invested in.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably right. Otherwise, it seems like a pretty straightforward, slimmed down Dragon Quest at most.
Yeah, and you know, you'll sometimes get party members that aren't part of your official party that just kind of hang out. You don't control them. There's a crafting mechanic because you can't have a game.
Oh yeah, of course.
Anymore without one. There's also a
pretty
cooking
sure the
one.
last administration passed that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then yeah, these dungeons have been pretty simple. One of the most awkward things though is, you know, Monkey D. Luffy's whole thing is that he's a little stretchy boy because he ate fruit or something.
Cure scurvy, it makes you stretchy.
Yeah. And in one of the previous One Piece games, it was an open world game where they kind of made it like a Spider-Man. Here, instead of being able to just jump, double jump, and we could climb this ladder, we can also just aim with L2 and then hit R2 to stretch our arm at it.
Okay, sure.
And these dungeons don't get super complex. I wanted to show this off because this is right before the game kind of opens up a little bit more. And I wanted to show off a boss fight. It's fine. It's an RPG. If you like One Piece, you might like this because it doesn't feel like anyone's really phoning it in, per se.
Sure. It's like a good one of those.
Yeah, let's actually pop into the menus here. Let's also pick that cube up. This game loves cubes, Jeff Grubb.
Yeah, okay. It was a cube fragment even.
Yeah. So here we can figure out the formation of the party however we want. But with the equipment, this kind of gets into, let's say, kind of like a Resident Evil inventory management type of thing, where we can adjust everyone's stats by putting these badges on them, and these badges take up as much space as they are on these grids for each character.
Okay.
So, like, if we wanted Wild Death Squirrel power, as you do, as you wake up every morning, we can slot it. We can fit it in however it would work onto a specific character, and these are character specific. On top of that, the cubes that we're collecting is we are bumping up the skills of each character. So, because we picked up... Whose cubes did we pick up?
Zoro's is what I think it said.
Okay. So, since we picked up Zoro's cubes, we could apply those to these skills, bump them up. And there are some field skills for each character, like door slicing. And those vary for each different character. You can switch your main character that you're using to navigate the environment at any point. So if we wanted to be this dude with the goatee and this nice jacket, we could do that at any point. No. Oh, okay. Sure, that's how that would work. What else is there in the menus? A lovely map, items that you could pop at any time. Oh, a thing that I really don't like, and this is probably just quality of life stuff, is when you reach a save point, your health automatically replenishes, but your toilet paper doesn't.
Well, that's annoying.
And after playing Chained Echoes, where like each battle's like you're completely refreshed, it kind of starts to get on my nerves.
Right. So how are you managing that? You just have to like really pay attention between battles and like eat stuff, or what?
I'm eating so many Excite apples.
Okay,
I'm eating and buying so many Excite apples.
Listen, I get those at the gas station. They make me feel kind of a little bit crazy, but they get the job done.
You know, they sell them by the register. You feel a little weird.
On the way out.
The cash.
Got a knockoff Ryu on it. But yeah, I'll take it.
Oh yeah, I'll take some Excite apples. It's great out here because it's still a little early, but then the next tab would be objectives. And then, yeah, just your regular decular settings. Let's blast through this because I've done this already.
Okay. Yeah, show me what's
the easy answer. Maybe like a Columbo turn-based RPG.
Well, listen. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yes. God, I would love that.
Like, I know that the go-to...
Man, who's this freak?
This guy's Chopper. I think he gets real big. He's also, like, the medic of the team. I don't know why
man, I love him.
I love him too, but I also don't know why we would trust a little reindeer boy.
I mean, you're right. I don't trust him, but I love him.
There you go. And that's how love works, right?
Yes, exactly. In my house, yeah, absolutely, yes.
And then because he's little, he can fit through these little crevices.
Sure, yeah. It's a video game. I get it.
Yeah. I gotta give it up to them for wanting to do One Piece fans right. We'll get to it in a second. All right, I'm just gonna get away from these guys.
So it's not obviously it's not random encounters, and it's how easy is it to avoid the encounters here?
Very easy, very easy. I haven't found too much of a consequence for doing so.
Okay, I was gonna say, then do you have to level up, like grind later if you miss now? But so far, not a problem.
Not a problem so far, thankfully. And I think if you felt like grinding, the auto battle mechanic does a good job of getting you through, so you could grind if you need to. But in my experience, you haven't had to. You don't have to. Just as long as you're not. You just get your elemental bonuses, attack the weaknesses.
Sure, right.
Okay, all right. Now let's do this. The story sets up and that we're sailing on our boat, and then like a jet stream blew us into the air, and then we got marooned on this island, and then we got touched by this mysterious lady because she had our straw hat. And then cubes came out of us.
I mean, listen, who amongst us? Am I right?
Right. I know it's we've all heard this story before. I just
a million times.
Yeah.
I don't even put it on the paper anymore because it happens so frequently.
No. There's no English dub for folks that are fans of the One Piece English dub. I apologize. It's not my fault. Don't get mad at me.
I do apologize, but please.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel bad that there's this like very elaborate combat system, but I kind of just turn on the AI most of the time.
Okay. Even when you don't turn on the AI, like do you have to go that deep, or can you just sort of X to win? Can you just press A to win here, where you just go through and do your attacks and you're going to be fine? Or if you didn't partake in the like using the elementals and stuff, would you be risking dying?
I have gone close to dying a couple times, but then it's just because like I am just pressing X, and then like, oh, it turns out I was doing a bunch of attacks that didn't have any effect on the specific enemy.
Sure, okay.
So this is a dramatic scene will occasionally pop up, and this is why you would want to take it out of the AI here, where there are specific battle conditions to take on. Like, we have to defeat this enemy with Luffy, and we would get bonus XP. So instead, we'll just, hey, Luffy, eat this apple. I also feel uncomfortable with some of the female characters in this.
This is just what they are, though, right? Like, this is not the video game's fault. It is just One Piece.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've been on the internet. I've seen these characters before.
Yeah.
I've seen the cosplay, Jan.
I've also seen the cosplay. And let me tell you, I still feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
We can't enable the anime pervs.
That's right. We got it. The line must be drawn here.
Exactly.
This far, no further.
Okay. All right. We get it. We defeated this guy. So what those specific dramatic battle instances that they will pop up occasionally. There's no penalty for not completing them. You just don't get the bonuses.
Okay.
I think 1,000 episodes might be too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
I mean, I
How
guess.
many episodes of The Simpsons are there? That's my favorite anime. Let me check real quick.
Oh, cubes, Jeff Grubb. Look at this. It's like a PS2 boot up.
Oh, hell yes.
Give me them cubes. All right. Yes. I wanted to do this specific instance also because I thought that would be a good thumbnail. All right, in the interest of time, and I guess not spoiling anything, well, we'll keep going.
Sure, yeah. There's 740 episodes of The Simpsons. Do you think they get to 1,000? They'd have to go for like,
Oh,
what is it, 24 episodes per year-ish? So 250. So they'd have to go for like another 10 years. They probably do actually get there.
yeah, I was gonna. Oh, but that also gives One Piece the ability to just keep going,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's never going to catch One Piece.
unless they actually end. I don't know.
The next episode of One Piece comes out in 2 days, according to fandom.wiki.one piece.
Shouts out to the fandom crew.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's quickly run over.
So that was like a dungeon area, right?
Yes, that was a dungeon.
So now you're out in this overworld, and what's this? How's it different? Is it just like walking around till you get to the next city, next dungeon? What?
Pretty much that. You'll be most of the time you're just put up in different instances of a chapter of like, hey, this chapter takes place in this world. It's in quotation marks that it's open, but it's not actually open.
Sure.
You can roam around this environment, yes, but other than that, there's light secrets around. It's just treasure chests and materials that you can pick up. All right, let's just. Can I jump down here? Nope.
That's a big fucking squirrel.
Look at that fat squirrel.
That's a fat little guy. A fat big boy.
It looks
Big
angry.
boy season out here in the woods.
Look at its tongue. It's just.
Oh my god. Oh man.
It's either
It's
angry.
like it's swole.
It is mad swole. It's mad and swole.
It's mad and swole.
And yeah, like most of the overworlds are just like this too, where you can see the enemies, you can avoid them. If you come up from them from behind, you'll get the advantage. Depending on your level, sometimes they just straight up avoid you. Yo, these people don't stop talking.
Yeah, I'm noticing there's a lot of talking. Is it just like kind of like talking about the environment, or are they like kind of just adding flavor to the story?
Adding flavor to the story for the most part.
And then that one lady's like, "Look at my giant forehead."
Oh yeah. Just love cubes.
Wow. Okay.
This game looks fine as well, you know?
Oh yeah, it looks. I think it looks real pretty, actually, for being an anime game. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, look at this guy. He looks pretty.
Absolutely. He's got cubes on his shoulder too. There, on the
Yeah.
right arm.
You could tell. I think is it Edo? Oh, I forget the mangaka for One Piece. But you could tell he wanted to add a G-string to some of these characters.
Oh yeah. There was some bylaw that he was going to be violating, but he'll violate it.
Oh yeah, he'll eventually do
it's
it.
in his journal.
Yeah. As you're exploring the environment, Luffy has like eagle vision that you could pop off.
Of course. All right. Sweet.
You could find pickups and identify some enemies that will give you a specific XP boost. You can also
places where you can purchase Batman. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. You can throw a party with your homies.
Okay.
Let's just throw a quick party for the sake of it. and then you eat, you get some stat bonuses. You can get some, I just feel uncomfortable. I know it's, I just feel uncomfortable. And you know, they flesh out the little character beats.
Yeah, flesh.
Oh, definitely flesh. You can switch your costume at this tent. Let's do that, huh? Let's put Luffy in his traveling outfit.
I guess this is a good time to ask because it does. I mean, with this kind of stuff, this is a like full price $60 game, right? This
yes,
like starting to feel like one. Like, oh yeah, a real big boy game. Okay.
Yes. Unfortunately, I feel like this does do the thing where a lot of it, because you wind up doing so many fetch quests and running back and forth in the map.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a lot of it is just being artificially stretched out rather than
that's rough.
Just getting to the point. And by the sounds of it, so we'll figure out what these big cubes actually do. There will be a fast travel system eventually. Let's just go talk to a lady and figure out something about big cubes. Well, maybe we call it a day.
Yeah, talk to a lady, find about big cubes, call it a day. That's how I want to live my life.
Yeah. This is general life advice for everyone.
Uh-huh. See about them cubes.
Ask ladies about cubes respectfully.
Yes.
So originally this place, we kind of like passed through this earlier, but we didn't have the abilities to kind of get through here. You will kind of revisit areas as you progress through the story.
Sure.
This specific island, I should say. Okay, this is the lady we have to talk to about cubes. She's really sad because she doesn't like pirates because pirates killed her pet parrot.
Oh man.
I know, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. But she's still got like parents and stuff, right?
No, they're all gone, I think.
Okay, I was gonna say, well, otherwise get over it, but okay, all right.
She has a father figure with like the cool guy with the long hair.
Oh, that's good.
Her eyes changed color. I don't know how to feel about this person.
That is, yeah, that's put me off my game over here.
I needed you to see that line of dialogue. These big cubes won't go into our bodies. I needed that to be documented.
Every weekend of my life, I'm yelling that. Like, what are we gonna do about these big cubes? Don't fit in our bodies.
I buy cubes of ground beef straight from the freezer section, and my body's rejecting them.
Stuff me full of bouillon.
Oh, I bit into a bouillon cube once. Bad time.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be real rough. It probably bit back a little bit.
It did. It did. It felt like the cinnamon challenge.
Absolutely.
You know what, folks? There we go. Let's inflame the throats and mouths of America yet again, of the world yet again. Forget the cinnamon challenge. We're going into bite a bouillon.
Bite a bouillon challenge, yeah. Challenge, yeah.
Okay, so these big cubes are memories of the crew. So this is where they decide to kind of go into a like time traveling-ish type of thing. And shut up, Chopper. I'm explaining the game. So I'm unfamiliar with the show. Forgive me, One Piece fan. But as you go through these cubes, you wind up revisiting parts of the anime and the manga, but they're slightly altered to fit the form of a video game. And, you know, the characters will remember, it's like, hey, didn't we fight this dude here? Didn't we do this over there? And you'll relive those, but they'll video gamify them, of course.
Okay. Sure.
We'll just skip this, and then I just want to show off where we wind up going. Cool.
All right.
So, the game starts out, I guess you could almost call this a Metroidvania-ish, because we started out at level 40 with all of our abilities, and then we lost them
You
because
got the abilities.
yes, we got abilities, and then Lim stole all our cubes.
Man,
I don't like this guy.
me neither.
I don't want to go inside and put cubes
The
in this
D
man.
in Monkey D. Luffy stands for dislike.
Yeah, that's what it is. Now Naruto, that's a guy I can
That's a
believe.
homie.
Yeah.
That's a himbo in training.
I think this is actually like the himbo of animes. It feels like everyone's a himbo.
There does seem to be a lot of himbo action happening.
Yeah. I like how each chapter is presented. They kind of make it seem like it's an episode of the show.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm just gonna skip this. Dance powder. Oh,
Is that what they're calling it?
what the kids are calling it now, huh?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
it's called dance powder.
actually why Monkey's eyes are bugging out like that. Too much dance powder, let me tell you.
Yeah, you mix some cocaine with some fruit and some cubes. The kids are calling it dance powder.
Yeah, that'll make you go Luffy, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
So this is the first time that the game opens up, give or take. This clocked in for me around 3-ish hours. And this is where they introduce objectives, crafting, cooking, and I guess based off of how the characters are talking, just look at Luffy's face. Why does he look like this? I don't like this man.
He looks like he's fainting.
It's like, what are you hungry for?
I know, and then now I'm like worried. Like, what is he hungry for? Flesh? Human flesh?
Yeah. It's just like, you guys getting cold? You want a jacket?
Is one like a hoodie or something?
Like all of them, except this guy. Okay, so what they're basically saying and what Lim is telling them is like, yo, this is kind of like what you remember, but it's different. And yeah, this is when objectives pop up. Bounties start happening in the game as well. And then
Oh man, I like this guy over here to the left.
you know, like, look at this guy. Like,
This guy's got it going on.
he skipped leg day
Yeah,
from the get-go.
and he was right too.
Yeah. His eyes though, this is Dave Bautista.
Yes.
This is a Dave Bautista looking dude.
It's just a boulder with little leggies.
Yeah, not to disparage Dave Bautista.
No, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
This is also Dave Bautista.
This is also Dave Bautista. If Dave Bautista decided to get into fezzes.
Yes. Which he might be, we don't know.
I don't know why I want this, but now I'm thinking we should get a new Austin Powers film with Dave Bautista in it.
That'd be fantastic. Also, we should sell fezzes on the Giant Bomb store.
Yeah. Yeah, we could. That's fine, right? We could sell fezzes, right?
I think so. I think they're... Well, listen, we can look into it. We'll look into it.
We'll look into
Talk
it.
to our cultural appropriation guy.
Is it me? Oh, I think it's okay.
You.
Maybe I should check in.
Yeah, it's you.
So Jeff Grubb, this is One Piece Odyssey. If you're a fan of One Piece, this is an okay game. If you're looking for another role-playing game, I'd suggest maybe look somewhere else. But if you want a very straightforward one with himbos aplenty, then this is definitely up your alley. Yeah, anime pervs. I was playing this and my partner looks over my shoulder and she was like, what are you looking at right now? as some characters pop up and I'm like, it's for work, I swear.
They never buy that one.
No, they never do. They never do. But yeah, this is a completely okay game.
Yeah, it seems like it. It doesn't seem bad in any major way. Just kind of slight, but slight in the right way for like the people showing up who are fans of this series and getting a chance to play around in that world. Like they're like, well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't have all that other stuff other games have, but it's got the stuff I need, and that's that's a success probably.
And like, you know, so this is the loop. We were told to go inside into the town square, and then that lady was like, nah, you guys got to go back out where you came from.
Okay.
And then that is pretty much the loop of like, talk to this person, go over here, do this thing, fight this person, talk to that person, go back there, collect these things. It is by the numbers as you can.
This guy looks like he's interested in lizards.
Yeah. I like his look though. He could
Yes.
also be Dave Bautista.
He looks like a CIA agent. Like he totally looks like he works for the U.S. government.
Yeah. I don't know anyone's deal.
Yeah,
this
me
game.
neither. I mean, there was one guy who's like on the lam from the Yakuza. I don't know.
Like I know some of the names because I can't help it through osmosis.
Sure.
But like I don't know anyone's deal. Okay, oops. Well, I guess that does it for the quick look because I don't have another USB-C charger. Jeff Grubb, this is One Piece Odyssey. Again, it's okay.
Seems like it. Thanks, Jan.
Thanks, Jeff. Perfect.